Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense will get the first possession of the game. Historically, guys, Michigan has kept a death grip on the little brown jug. Gophers hoping to put that thing in play today.
And you see that little brown jug in the celebration after every Michigan-Minnesota game. And you're right, Michigan has had it for the majority of the time. Minnesota knows that. They got to do something about that today.
Yeah, Minnesota plays in a lot of trophy games, don't they? But this is one they would love to put in the trophy case a lot more consistently. To do that, they have got to match the intensity of Michigan in this game, and they have got to be more physical than what they've shown in recent years.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Right back to him on the ground. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. In the lore of the little brown jug, guys, it originally was just a water jug that Michigan wanted back, and Minnesota told them, well, come win it if you want it so badly.
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's not the most expensive-looking trophy out there for sure, but listen, it was important. I mean, it was helping hydrate people back in the day, David, so, you know, you get points for that.
Not expensive, but you know what? Anything that drives the hate between people and the animosity, sign me up, bro. And so we got to play for it. It means something, and people argued about it. Little brown jug me.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. The Wolverines offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
He wants to throw. Got his man to the left. Oh, look out, there he goes. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here.
Running toward the tape. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Put themselves in a bit of a bind, but that last one is 2nd and 14. After the run, now to throw. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Buying some time. The throw. Another incompletion on 3rd down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Quick strike complete. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Grbac, and the guy I can't remember drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Wants to pass. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
Linebackers are so fast nowadays, so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send one of those fast linebackers that can rush the quarterback.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Looking for space. It's Punga. It's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down. Gets the ball back for its own. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. On the option. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Handoff to the single back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Dialing up a second down pass play. They've got the screen set up. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Back open in the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires into traffic, picked off.
Intercepted by Minnesota. And they'll take over first and 10.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Wants to throw on second down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's first and 10. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll give it to the back. This rivalry dates back to 1892, but it was in 1903 that fielding Hurry-Up Yost was worried that Minnesota would contaminate his water supply, hence the start of the Little Brown Jug.
How about that, man? A little tampering back then. A little you're gonna fix the game, mess with my players, and I think all those things. It's really cool to learn the backdrops, Jesse, of rivalries and how things are named the way they are, and why the hatred usually runs so deep.
And you know what's interesting is a lot of these players on the field right now, they probably don't have any idea of the history and how interesting that is. All they care about is adding another trophy to the trophy case, and they want the Little Brown Jug in that box.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Golden Gophers will hustle to the line. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were. Because of that, he gives up the 1st down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Get it out on the screen. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they
quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bringing it back. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this point.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Michigan completely controlled this rivalry game last year and just took the jug away from the Gophers.
Listen, Michigan's a program at this point with recent success. They're thinking about national championships. We've seen them in the college football playoff here in recent years. This is a rivalry game against Minnesota that they're expected to dominate. Last year, David, they did.
Michigan, year after year, one of the winningest programs in all of college football. We expect them to be great. Always a tremendous challenge for Minnesota to try to get that little brown gel.
Complete downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the 1st down.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. And the Wolverines in the hurry up. They'll run it from the gun. Bulls his way forward. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Runs through the tackle. And the ball squirted out. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
And listen, QB job number 1. Take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of that football.
Off the play fake on 1st down. On the move, he fires. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, You dropped it, you didn't pick it. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. The offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He looks that one in nicely. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oklahoma is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 21 over Texas. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. The quick out. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Looking for a block. It's Stewart. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A first down for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Webb. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Wolverines. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Quarterback will audible. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Michigan. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the score.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter.
Going downfield for the big play. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got an open man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end.
Got a lot of running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. What a catch and run for 6. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Just about a half minute to play in the first half. It's 1st and 10. He's going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback. And now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy.
Going deep. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. 2nd interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
Pulls it in. It's Webb. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They'll throw it on first down. And they're not on the same page there. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw again after the incompletion. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Michigan.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. One more snap coming before halftime. He's looking to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
To the air on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Just like the end of the game, the first half can finish up with a defensive penalty, so there will be one more untimed down. They'll throw it on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. And the Golden Gophers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Cantrell. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. First down for this offense. They'll open the second half with a run. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up. In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Off the boot, looking for his man. Fires to the wideout. And the ball slipped out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm that quarterback, I'm that OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
He'll start this drive firing. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Golden Gophers are in the hurry-up. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here we go with the run on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Michigan. There is nothing greater than a rivalry game unless you lose it. And in that case, there is